What's growing on, gardeners? Today I'm going to share with you how to start tomato seeds. So here we have the Sun Gold tomato, the Bonnie Best tomato, the Super Sweet 100 hybrid tomato, and the Tiny Tim tomato. Now the steps for all these seeds are the same, so I'll just go ahead and walk you through one of them, and then I will plant the rest on camera. So you got your Super Sweet 100 seeds. It doesn't matter what type of tomato seeds they are, they're all very similar. These are seeds I actually bought last year, but they should still grow quite well. As you can see, these are what tomato seeds look like. They're pretty small, but if you look at them, that's what they look like. So what I will do is that essentially finishes out my packet. What I'll do is, since these are older seeds, generally you don't have to do this, but you can plant 3 seeds per cell. So as you saw in my last growing guide, I planted peppers in these 3 rows. So I'll go ahead and place my tomato seeds I'll just place a few tomato seeds. I'll aim for 3 in each cell. And then what I'll do is just gently press them in and gently cover them. You can always get a little bit more seed starting mix to cover, but generally with tomatoes, you don't need to take that extra step. Just make sure they are covered well and that you don't see the seed, because you don't want the seed to dry out quickly, even though you do have the humidity dome. So that is all you really have to do in order to germinate tomato seeds, is that make sure your soil is around 70 degrees if possible. The heat does affect germination, so at least 75 is preferable. But then what you'll do is just take a sprayer bottle and spritz the top of the seed starting mix just to settle the seed down, just like that, real quick, real simple. And then just go ahead and make sure that the seeds are not on the surface still. And as you can see there, they are buried, just lightly, barely covered, not too much and not too drastic. And for these tomatoes, since the seed starting soil did shrink a little, I'll go ahead and put a sprinkle of seed starting mix on the top, just to ensure that they don't dry out. Now I'll go ahead and do that with the other tomatoes. So that is how you start tomato seeds. Just be sure to, again, after you plant the seeds, just barely cover them and spritz them with a little bit of water just to settle in the seed. The tomato seeds are one of the more simple seeds. Technically, if you have a longer growing season, you can just plant them right out in the ground. And as long as you get a tomato variety that's like 60 to 70 days, you can get tomatoes if you plant them in even June in some places. So that is just a quick, simple guide on how to grow tomatoes. I will follow up on more follow-up videos, so subscribe if you want to see those. This is a day 4 update on all my tomatoes. As you can see, the Super Sweet 100 tomato, those are popping up. The Sun Gold Select actually has 1 right there that has popped up, or 2 right there. So they're really starting to come in. The Bonnie Best tomato, we have 1 starting to sprout there. And in the Tiny Tim realm, we have a few popping up there. So that is only after 4 days of growth, they have already germinated. And this is a day 11 update. As you can see, Tiny Tims are sprouted, Bonnie Bests have sprouted, Sun Gold Selects, and the Super Sweet 100s. And they're also starting to get their first true leaves. They're very small, but they are finally starting to grow that as well. So that is only after 11 days of growth. If you would like to see more growing guides in the future and see more updates on how to fertilize these seedlings, how to thin them, and so on, I encourage you to subscribe to see more of that.